or warped mechanism of preventing them from doing or from carrying out their desires will be much more effective. In other words, they will hold themselves back much more. They will think 2 times or 10 times more before they do such a thing that their dark desires pushes them to do. Okay, it's just the mere fact that they know that a large percentage of the population may own a rifle, a firearm in their homes. This is a very good deterrent. I promise you. Let me just tell you a little story. I'm in the house of a friend, early 20s. It was before my wedding, and all of a sudden that friend's older brother storms in and locks himself up with the father for quite a long time. They're shouting back and forth, blah, 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 comes out, and we don't know what's going on. Obviously, we were nudging that friend to let us know what happened. After a few days, come out that a teacher in the older brother's kid's school did something. I don't know what. To this day, I don't know what. I don't know if it was of sexual nature or it was just a little bit excess violence. I don't exactly know. But that teacher crossed some border. And this family, they were not exactly your average Hasidic. There was a Hasidic guy, but it was a let's not say outright Shabbatnik, but not the mainstream, bow down to the Rebbe Hasidim. They were little, Hungarians. You could curse out the Rebbe in their home. That was fine. So anyway, when the father, meaning my friend's brother, heard about from his kid what happened in Talmud Torah, first of all, the kid went and told him, okay, whatever it was. He right away, he ran to the Talmud Torah, the next day, he pulled the teacher out of classroom and he beat him up, okay, in the corridor. He beat the guy badly. I don't know how badly, but pretty badly, okay? That teacher never went back to teach in that Talmud Torah. So, when things are ignored, you take things in your hands. Another good example, which does involve child molestation, I'll give you 2 links down there for you to see. In 1999, a certain person who was wanted by the police for child molestation, actually he was once previously arrested and then he was released, and then on July 4th, 1999, the guy disappears. He was found a few days later, tied to a saguaro cactus. I forgot to mention to you that this was in a little border town in Arizona. I forgot the name of the town, Chandon, whatever it was. Anyway, a few days later, the guy is found over the border, tied to a cactus, beaten unconscious. And at the time the article was written, it wasn't sure whether the guy would survive. You understand? Nobody in the town said anything. They all played dumb when police came to investigate whether it was linked to the child molestation. Everybody denied anything. Nobody knew nothing. This is the right approach, my friends. Street justice. This is what it's called. When the powers to be ignore the problem, you take the problem in your hands. And this is exactly what I do suggest. Haloche ha'in, haloche ha'her. I'm not suggesting ignoring haloche. But sometimes there is a thing, it's called Eis la'asosh la'Hashem, hefero teirasecha. You can't transgress certain things, especially because it is that our leaders deny their responsibility, they refuse to carry out uveat Torah mikirbecha. This is the protection of our children. This transcends any and all religious or inter-religious currents. This is what has to be done, in my humble opinion. And I think that this is the only thing that would solve the problem, is that such people who have such sick desires and are so sick in their minds that they're going to carry them out, they have to know that there is a consequence to their action. The fact that they can be arrested and have a lengthy trial with a trial lawyer who's going to smear the judge and tell and this and that about this poor molester's horrible childhood, and of course they're going to find out that they themselves were molested and blah blah blah, and at the end he's going to get 3 months and he's going to get out of them on bail. You know what's going to happen. So our regular legal system, and especially in the religious community, when every yeshiva and school and neighborhood and current wants to protect its own good name, it is very difficult. So the only deterrent is if we as a people get together on this and stop tolerating it and going to implement street justice. And unfortunately, let me just add that if you think that the idea of street justice is extreme, it is not so extreme, because you can describe our societal norms, whatever they are, whether you justify them or oppose them, but they are a sort of street justice, all right? In certain communities or certain places, certain things are not accepted, okay? If you, I don't know, if you live in a Hasidic neighborhood, you can't just walk around in jeans and t-shirt, all right? There's nothing wrong with walking around in jeans and t-shirt, but then you can't expect to be fully integrated and be a part of that community, all right? And I just gave you a very benign example. If you do things that are worse or deemed worse by the community, obviously you will be judged as such. And so this too has to be introduced as a norm into our society, and not just cover up for this and then shake it off and brush it off, but to take action. And if the people collaborate and are together in this, it is possible to take action as the people of that little border town in Arizona. And this is exactly what has to happen to child molestation.
It happened in the broad daylight, so unexpected. Came the knife, a child's scream sliced through the air, but no one came or seemed to care. No! Smoke filled the air and marched in anger to do what's fair, to bring to justice this soulless thing and show the others